Hello everyone, welcome back. This is part 2 of the lesson topic, Circle of Fifths. To recap, the Circle of Fifths is an amazing compositional tool that will give you shortcuts in understanding music theory that will eventually help you understand better and quicker with your key signatures, intervals and such. In the previous video, I have got you on how to build the Circle of Fifths. If you stumble across this video first, and you have absolutely no idea what is going on, please watch my previous video for a better understanding of what a Circle of Fifths is about and on how to construct it. Now, let's continue with our second lesson. Once you've constructed the Circle of Fifths, this is where it becomes a critical point. What I wrote down in the circle, please refer to video number 1. C to G, D, A, E, up to F as a complete circle. These can represent different things. These can represent notes, they can represent chords, or they can represent keys, as in key signatures. And the Circle of Fifths get used in all three ways. We will start the Circle of Fifths as the arrangement of notes. I will show you a couple of things that we could use with that. So, we will start by thinking of these as notes, and when you think of these as notes, let's try and start on C as the first example. Let's suppose that we wanted to create a C major chord. You probably already know how to do this, but just kind of bear with me here. So, again, let's say we want to make a C major chord, and we don't know what makes up as a C major chord. Now, the first is going to be C, but it's a 3-note chord, and we have to figure out the other 2 notes. Now, if you remember the formula for a major chord, the middle note is the major third, which is 2 whole steps or 4 half steps, semitones. So, starting on C, you go up 2 whole steps, and we will wind up on E. So that's your middle note. But figuring out this next note can be tough because this is pretty far away from C. You need to do a lot of counting to get there. But this note is a fifth. And if you know your Circle of Fifths, then you immediately know that if you go up a fifth, you will get to G, which is written out right there in your Circle of Fifths, which means the next note is a G. And there is your C major chord. This can be applied to all notes around the Circle of Fifths as your major triad chord. Use the same formula to construct the chords. Now, let's try another example of note. Let's try an A flat major chord. We will start with an A flat, and we need to figure out the other 2 mystery notes after the A flat. We will go up 2 whole steps or 4 half steps, semitones, which you will get a C, which will be your middle note. And the last note, if you can remember your Circle of Fifths, will be the 5th note from A flat, which will be an E flat. As you can see, the Circle of Fifths really helps you to construct your chords more precisely. We can not only construct triads using the Circle of Fifths, we may also use this to construct the 7th chords, in which I will show you in my next lesson. To recap the second lesson, the Circle of Fifths can represent notes, they can represent chords, and they can represent key signatures. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.